Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? How's everybody's afternoon? Got the TV on today. Ugh. Kind of rainy and gloomy here today. Had storms roll through last night and they kept rolling through. Oh, man. What a night. Had a very unhappy little boy last night. His pipes are a little clogged up. Trying to get him adjusted to a proper formula. Getting his tummy all in knots, and he's either getting spit up or things are not wanting to work their way out the other end, one or the other. So he's been fussy. So, yeah. Good times in the household. So how's everybody doing? Exactly, Papa. Exactly. It's not fun for anybody. 2 weeks old or 50 years old, doesn't matter. Not fun for any age. Oh, so we were having a good time at Mr. Jim's last night. StreamYard was working all right. I don't know what was going on there towards the very end. Well, I got into Kevin's channel for 3 hours. Whew. I think things went pretty smooth last night. I don't think it was your internet because everybody could see and hear you fine, except for Mr. Jim there towards the end. But Mr. Jim was the one that flaked out. I think it might have been something with his internet, honestly. But it might have been his device because Miss Joni was okay on hers. So it might have just been his device. So I don't know. Hello to whoever's coming in. How's your afternoon? But man, that end of night lot. One of these days, I'll be able to afford one of those end of the night lots. Well, never know. Hey, Willow. Glad you could make it, dear. All right, gang, I'm going to do something I ain't done in a while. I dropped it, but I'm not pinning it. That's right. It's an invite. Like I said, I'm going to drop it, but I'm not going to pin it. Hey, Papa.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning to you, darling. Like I said,
This morning with Kevin, I jumped in there and didn't even get up and have breakfast. I just took my pills while I was in between talking, and so I didn't eat breakfast till almost 11:30.
wow. I managed to get mine in, and while trying to keep Fussy Butt under wraps so his mama could sleep.
Yeah, babies are always so much fun.
Oh, they are.
I got lucky with my little girl after she was born. She was like, everybody warned us, so you're going to be up all night long, blah, 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 blah. We had the most perfect baby. She slept, put her down, and she slept all night long.
Okay, well, see you when you get done. Oh, how you doing today, Irene? Yeah, my first one, my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter, which is my youngest is the one that just had the baby.
Yeah.
They were my cranky babies. Them two cried and cried and cried. My middle one and my youngest child, they were the two that didn't fuss. So I had 2 and 2.
Well, I only have one daughter, and I guess that's enough. But
well,
still hoping she makes me a grandpa someday.
Someday. And I said I had 3 daughters, and we adopted our son. So, it is what it is. But my son, he's making up for it as a teenager. He's 17, and that boy drives me completely insane.
Oh man, I bet.
Hoy vey. Some days all he's got to do is just walk in, poke his head in my door, and he makes my blood boil.
Yep. Makes you just want to reach out and slap them into Never Never Land.
Yes. Yes, sir. It just, that's about all I can say is,
Yep.
Well, I'm glad they got you straightened out when you had your trip to the hospital last week, I believe it was.
Yeah. Wasn't too happy with the nurses. Of course, there wasn't much I could do. I mean, the hospitals were so short-staffed with all the sea crap that
Yeah.
The first nurse that came in couldn't get the catheter in, so I had to lay there in pain and waiting. The pain pills they gave me were useless.
Imagine that.
And it took a while. The first nurse, she pushed and prodded so hard that I'm still hurting down there, but
oh, merciful.
Just deal with it. So,
hi Joyce, how you doing, dear?
Yeah, the nurse that is a expert at doing these was called to a trauma just a few minutes before they needed him for me. So, but finally, the second nurse that finally came just got it in just like it was nothing. So.
Oh, hey, Tony. Yeah, Mr. Jim, that's an end of night lot, Timmy.
Oh yeah,
End of night lots.
and he's had bigger ones than that. You
Yes,
thought
he
that was
has.
big. You thought that was big. You should have seen some of his. Was it the week before he put in a whole tray of costume rings?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Hi,
but one.
Robin.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying hi to Robin.
Oh yeah, Robin. One time before, back on I don't know if you were there. You may not have been. This was last year when Lisa was doing one of her kitten rescue benefits.
Mhm.
Uh, Jim was on there, and he did a basket that was so huge. I think it went. I think the selling price was $425. It went for.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there for that. I haven't been.
The basket was twice the size of the one he uses now. So.
Wow. No, I haven't been following Mr. Jim, but maybe about a year. And I only just started actually going in his auctions
Yeah.
and actually bidding
Yeah.
and saying anything. So,
It's hard to just visit and just watch. I mean, there's so many goodies, and that little double skeleton uh, Uperlite last night just oh man.
hey, Lavina. Willow. Oh, goodness.
uh,
But yeah, like I said, I have sat for better part of a year just watching
yeah.
Mr. Jim's auctions. And finally, I'm like, I just can't take it no more. I had to register and start
Well, I mean,
picking up
and
some
he
goodies.
gives us such good prices on stuff compared to if you go anywhere else, it's hard to resist.
It was. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I'm just like, couldn't do it. So, yeah. But it was such a good time last night. I enjoyed it thoroughly,
Yeah.
even though I was late to the party.
Yeah, he's still learning in a learning curve on both YouTube and StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to help him out with what little bit I've been teaching myself and trying to learn about it. That I was surprised that I was able to get him to, get me in the stream and then, make himself big. So
Mm-hmm.
glad that worked out. I just wish it hadn't started buffering at the end. So
Yeah, well, it worked out. The rest of us could hear, and he could still read the chat and see what you were saying.
yeah, well,
You
my main reason for wanting to get in and helping him was that sometimes Joni is away from the computer
hmm
and he needs help seeing when somebody bids ahead and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but it was so much fun, though. I did, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
yeah, he's good people. He's
Oh,
good
yeah.
people.
That, and then Willow jumped in and helped out while you were busy trying to get things straightened out with Mr.
Yeah.
Jim, and Willow's good like that. She's
Yeah.
good with people, too.
Yeah, I've been trying to sharpen my skills on helping channels do their modding and stuff because I just still running into brick walls on getting my reselling business going. So
Mm-hmm.
Halavita.
Miss Levita, how are you feeling today, dear? That cough clearing up on you? You getting, much better? Not feeling so weak? I can't wait for December to get here so I can go get me some new glasses. All this little bitty print ain't quite so little bitty.
Yeah, I'm way overdue on getting new glasses, and I'm overdue on seeing my retina doctor, so I can get that checked out.
Well, I've been 3 years without new glasses. Everything's blurry.
Yeah.
That's why you see me going like this so I can look through my bifocal.
Yeah, I'm there, and no matter how I adjust the brightness on my computer screen, it's still just kind of a white glare. So I have to lean in up close to read the chat.
Yeah, I have everything set pretty much a dark screen so that the white pops out so I can read the print.
Yeah.
And you're doing better, but you still got that cough. A lot of people still have a cough and they just can't shake it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not going away.
Mm-mm. Well, I was good and happy to hear that they misread somebody else's chart, and they, because we thought Miss Levita had uh, the COVID again,
Yeah.
but they misread somebody else's chart, and it wasn't her; it was somebody else. Praise for that. I mean, bad for somebody else, feel bad about that. But
Yeah.
and hi, Miss Susie. Ugh,
Hey, Susie.
I was just like, oh man. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my goodness, she's got it again. Are you kidding me?
Yes, it's COVID is the gift that keeps on giving. I tell you.
2 of the cushions at all the dumpsters today. Awesome. Which design were they? Because them cushions are nice. It's all right. Thank you, babe. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the kiddo with the baby.
Yeah.
Um, she's just bringing me in my things.
Cool.
Oh, the kind that helps with your back when you sit. Those are great. And time to change that. We now have a Willow.
There's Willow.
Hello.
Hi, Kristen.
Hey,
And then,
Kristen, Robin,
Hey,
Susie.
Kristen.
oh no, didn't you get your Kristen? Wasn't it you that just had your furnace fixed? And I know you just had your electrical fixed throughout the entire house. There's a little man
Jeez, girl.
fix.
No, there's the munchkin.
There's your little man fix for the day, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't happy about it.
No. Well, I know somebody had their furnace fixed about this time last year because their furnace had went out. So it's hard to keep up.
Well, I know the most recent one I remember was Nancy, the Overstuffed House channel.
I was that way year before last.
Was it?
Yeah.
There it goes. It must be time for a diaper and a bottle. Hi, Wendy. I said, there was a furnace here recently about this time last year that went out that was that had to get fixed. I can't remember who it was. I know there was.
Yeah, no, Wendy. Love you, dear. I haven't either, Robin.
Knocks
Cross
on
your fingers,
some
toes, and nose hairs that I stay that way.
Oops, I almost forgot.
knocks on
I
wood.
probably shouldn't have this gnome picture with Wendy in the chat.
You're fine. I'll take it.
Don't steal me, Wendy.
I love gnomes too. So
I do too.
and it looks like a wizard, so it's good.
Yeah, he looks more wizardry.
Got my little trick and treat bag in my hand, and
I like him. I changed my avatar on my Facebook. I changed it to the 3 owls
yeah, I like that one.
willow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I changed it to the 3 owls,
Yeah.
the witchy owls in the cauldron.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's really
Yeah, I
cool.
like
You should check it out, Willow.
Oh, I've sent it to her. She's got it.
Yeah. You know, I'm an owl person. I was an owl person long before Rhonda was an owl person.
Yeah, my animal pick yesterday was 2 owls sticking out of a hole in a tree.
Yeah. I saw that. If somebody missed a baby.
I do quite a few owl picks thrown in.
Yeah, I know. I love your owl picks.
Oh, you still got a sick kitty? Well, he'll get better. His medicine will still work. Still working on him. It's okay. He's cranky. Trying to get you in the shop. There you go. But yeah, he'll be all right. Oh, it's okay. No, we've been doing all right around here. Just limping along.
Yeah, that's all I do here. Just sit here and do my thing in the house and go see my doctors when they want me.
That's what we do. We go to the doctors.
Got
That's it.
another procedure coming up November 19th for a test that I'm 20 years overdue for. So that'll be fun.
20 years overdue for. Have mercy.
Yeah. Huh?
Have mercy.
Yes, that thing that they recommend that you get starting at age 45 for a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted me to do that last year, and I didn't do it.
My doctors have always been fine with just doing the fit test. And just July, I finally had one come back slight positive. So they want to go ahead and go the invasive route.
Yeehaw.
You're going to get probed. Ooh.
I'm not looking forward to ever really doing it. They wanted me to go see the docs and what have you, and I skipped out on that appointment. Never rescheduled it.
My lungs are going to get me before anything else is going to get me. So, yeah, that ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I figure it kind of like
Well, my
this.
concern is the pressure from the Tarlov cysts on those areas and them going in. They pop one of them puppies, I'm a dead woman. So,
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a candidate for anal probing.
I just soon pass anyway. You know, I figure that's an exit. Leave it alone. You know, it was bad enough having the barium thing. You know, lower GI. I've done that. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I've done that too. Sis had to do that preoperative, and she didn't believe me. But I told her, I said, go to the thrift store, buy a cheap skirt, and because you're gonna need it. She needed
Right.
it. Yeah. Well, we lived at the home, so Dad was there, so long skirt.
Oh.
Because I said, you ain't gonna have time for buttons, ruffles, an elastic waist. Just lift her up and go. And yeah, some of the best advice I ever gave her.
Oh. No, I just about got things cleaned up, rearranged around here. We got the lizard tank rearranged in the living room so that the little dragon's not on the northwest wall, so she's not getting all the extra cold from there. And she's now on what would be considered my bedroom wall. So the beardy dragon, she's not getting all that cold air.
Yeah, you don't want to draft on a reptile.
Nope.
Or baby. You ain't got a baby in the house.
Nope.
Yeah, things get rearranged to accommodate
Yes, they
munchkins and
do.
critters. I am barely awake, Tony. I have no idea. He says, how is everybody? I have no idea. I know I didn't sleep worth a flip. I didn't get to bed till about 10 this morning. Just woke back up because all I did was toss and turn. Pain levels are up and my brain didn't want to shut down.
I was wondering if you even slept at all.
Not much. Little dozes here and there, but yeah, I kept waking up. I couldn't get a good deep sleep going. Of course, I haven't seen REM sleep hardly ever.
Yeah.
Still. Just one of those nights. What is it, Susie? I'm pretty good at ciphering blood tests. I've had thousands. And I also took care of the folks.
Everybody's battling a bit with the depression, Tony, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been staying home, only going to doctor's appointments that I have to, and I have been vetting those because they seem to think I need to make 10 trips for one thing. I should have nurses coming in, and I should have a housekeeper coming in, and I'm approved, but I haven't even activated them.
Mm-hmm.
And, just a lot of things like that. Your creatinine levels, they could be up due to a medication, due to dehydration, due to, of course, kidney stones. But
Yeah.
It could just be that your renal system is stressing to flush. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Water, water, water. Flush them out and get a do-over and see if that took care of it.
Yeah, Susie, my creatinine's been higher than that for years and years, so it's dealable with. No, nothing to worry about.
And she is suffering pain.
Yeah.
Pain in the lower back, hip area.
Yeah.
It's just your kidneys are either stressed or you got something going on.
Yeah. Like I say, it could be medications. I mean, medications can cause that.
Yeah.
Especially
medications in particular, they stress the kidneys. Steroids stress the kidneys.
Right.
If you get a CT scan with contrast, or any type of nuke juice put in you for testing. That
Right.
also stresses the kidneys. Anytime I get a CT with contrast, I have to go off of my diabetic medication for 48 hours
Right.
to minimize the stress on the renal system, kidneys, liver.
Well, and my cardiologist just put me on Jardiance, and that causes high
Yeah.
creatinine also,
Take care, Robin.
which it's not as high now because my blood sugars are so much better in control that the higher your blood sugars, the more creatinine you're going to have. So
Yeah, I'm starting to get mine back under control. They went wackadoodle when my spine blew, and I had to start doing spine injections. Mine got up in the 11s and didn't want to let go, and they were trying to put me on God, I can't think of the word, insulin.
yeah.
They tried the once weekly stuff, and my system rejected that in mass, in a big way. So yeah, that got chucked out in the bin.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I just saw my new doctor for the first time Thursday, and I had been on just long acting insulin, but at 25 units twice a day, and my A1C is so low and everything's so good that she's reduced me to 18 units just in the morning.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to try to put me on insulin, and I opted out. For one thing, stabbing my skin. I can get a skeeter bite, and it turns into a huge wound because my body attacks leeches in my skin and turns them into skin condition type wounds. And so I opted out of that, and they put me on glipuride, and that seems to be doing the trick. So, so I do have to take that extra diabetic oral medication, but I'm not breaching skin. And my experiences with breaching skin have not been good. So yeah, I basically told my doctor, I said, I opt out. My lungs are going to get me anyways. So I'll control it as best I can with orals, and that's what you're going to get. So
oral meds and diet.
Yep.
They do it.
Well, prior to my spine blowing, my numbers were 5.7, 5.8 on my A1Cs all the time.
Yeah.
And stayed that way for years and years and years and years. When they shot up, they swore up and down that my diet had went to hell or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm on the same diet that I have been on for decades.
Right.
We're not going there. I said, don't even. Just because I've got a little fat on my ass does not mean that I'm not eating right. Because my thyroid is also shot. So my metabolism is in the bucket. And while I was on those meds, with those good numbers, I dropped 120 pounds of my own accord. No surgery, no special meds, anything like that.
Yeah.
And so don't tell me that I don't know how to manage my diet and everything. And I said that the foods that I was on to drop that weight is the same foods I'm on now. But I'm not losing weight because of the thyroid. And I'm not able to be as active as I was because of my spine.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't tell me that it's all my fault, which is what they love to do.
Yeah, that's part of my deal is the less activity thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still losing weight. I was down another 2 pounds when I went to see her. So.
Well, that's good. But no, in a 6-month period, my right knee blew, permanent luxated patella. I'm having to constantly flip that thing over and put it back where it belongs. And my spine blew, and my lungs blew, all in a 6-month period. That is what is the problem. And then you add those spine injections in that go along with that. And between that and the oral steroids that I have to take periodically because of my lungs, that's a lot of steroid. Then add to that I have an inhaler that I have to hit twice a day that's got steroid in it. My nebulizer that I have to hit every 4 to 6 hours that has steroid in it. There's a whole lot of steroids going on in my body. Well, no wonder my numbers are so high, you know. But they put me on the glipizide, and I'm down to, I think it was 8.1. So it's going down. It's just taking it a while.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm getting, you know, my goal is to try to get below 7. But
Yeah.
all we can do is wait and see. Hello, Adam.
So far, I'm holding at 6.0. So
Oh, that's a
my,
good
my,
number.
my doc is happy.
Yeah, you're doing good then. As long,
Yeah,
anything
because
under 7, you're okay.
my problem is I guess it's because I've been such high sugar so many years that if I get even into the 80s, I start getting dizzy and want to pass out. So
Yeah.
I can't afford to get as low as a person should be.
Well, 80 to 120 is where they want to see you.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, if I hit like 85, yeah, I'm sitting on the floor right where I'm at.
Yeah. Right.
And, you know,
Yeah.
somebody's bringing me, you know,
February 28th of last year, I was at 85 and I tried to go run an errand and stop and pick up some food while I was out, and ended up falling backwards on my ass, stepping up on a curb, and ended up in the ER for another 24 hours getting CT scans.
yeah, they, that's the standard. And they try to pigeonhole everybody. And not everybody is going to react at below 80. You know,
Right.
I'm the same way. I hit 85 and yeah, I have no brain and I'm sitting on the floor. That's program myself. If I start feeling that way, I just go to the floor. Um, you know, painful or not, if I have to crawl to get my own juice, then I will. But I'm crawling because I don't want to fall.
Mhm.
I'll sit and I will scoot, crawl, whatever to get juice or something that something sweet I can sip on, and I'll take a sip or two and wait, you know, like 10 minutes, see if I have a brain. If I don't, then I'll do another sip. You know, I'm not chugging juice or Pepsi or, you know,
Mhm.
to go to the extreme on the other end. That ain't gonna help matters. But
Well, I keep a baggie of glucose tablets right here by my bedside. So
well, I don't have the teeth for the glucose tablets, and they don't dissolve worth a flip in my chronic dry mouth. So
yeah, they're hard to dissolve.
yeah, in my purse I carry. Um, they have the little tiny tubes of gel, right?
Yeah.
You know, right on icing for like cakes,
Yeah.
Right.
and I keep a fresh, unopened one of those because it's liquid, and I can just, you know, put a half an inch little strip on my tongue and let it just, you know, let it go through.
Right.
Because I cannot do tablets. I can't chew them. I can't even chew a Rolade anymore. All I have is my very front teeth, 14 front teeth. I have no chewers. And
Dang.
with a severe chronic dry mouth, yeah, I can't dissolve nothing. So I'm on 3 or 4 medications that cause chronic dry mouth. So I have severe chronic dry mouth because, yeah. So I have to take a med 3 times a day to keep my spitter going. And I'm constantly drinking fluids, and I'm constantly spritzing biotine in my mouth.
Yeah.
So my tongue ain't stuck to the top of my mouth, and my teeth ain't stuck to my lips ain't stuck to my teeth. And
I've been thinking about that biotin because I've always got something to drink beside me. And I've got cotton mouth. It's just like
yeah,
dry all the time.
it's awful, and that doesn't help your teeth any. Um, your teeth need moisture.
Right.
Your teeth
Constant.
will rot faster if they're dry, just like leather rots if it's dry, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a big bottle, and then I used a couple spritz bottles, and I refill the spritz bottles from the big bottle. It's
Yeah.
economical, and that big bottle lasts me a good year. So, and it's I think about $10, something like that. So then I just reuse my spritz bottles. I keep a labeled one
Hey, Roy.
here by my chair because I got a deal where they had a little one bundled to a big one. But yeah, all my rest of them are just travel spritz bottles.
How are you
Hey,
doing
Roy.
today, Roy?
Morning, Roy. Or afternoon, rather. I'm still on morning for some.
Hey, it's morning somewhere, dadgummit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Big Matt. Now, y'all know that if you got something going on or anything like that, or if you need family members or neighbors, always welcome to drop your links. You're blue for a reason.
Yeah, if you're blue, so you can drop links and you can't pick on each other with YouTube button options.
That's right.
Yeah.
That way, only boss lady up here
On
can.
this.
Australia in the house.
That's right. Mm.
Good day, Thomas.
Good day, mate.
That probably sounded horrible. Hicks trying to speak Aussie. Yeah, and I tried. That's all I can say. I tried.
Thank you very much, Miss Vicky, for that reminder.
Did I remember to give you a thumbs up?
There's a Timothy.
Yeah, I did. Here, let's make it fun. Just kidding, Ma. Just kidding.
I think I did when I went in there. Let me look.
Well, we got 17 thumbs and 11 watching, so.
Hey, can't beat those odds.
Yep, I hit it.
Hey, Tim.
Morning or afternoon.
You're moving around.
Yeah, love you, dear.
Love y'all. Doing a drive-by.
Yep.
More like a waddle by, but I get it. Just saying. You know me, I keep it real.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
I ain't got wheels, all I got's waddles.
My waddle by has to be assisted with a rollator, so.
I got one of them, and I got a regular, and I got like 3 canes, and
Yeah, I still haven't regained back to being able just to use a cane. It's a
Got the cane, the
rollator, or walker.
The walker's over there. I don't have a rollator, but my wheelchair's in the other room.
Yeah. I don't have a wheelchair yet.
I got my rollator when I was still over 300 pounds. It's a wide load one.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I had to save up for months to get it,
Oh,
but I got a deal on it. So
well, I got lucky on mine. I just happened across a Craigslist ad. A couple down in Kyle, just south of Austin, had bought one for their mother, and she was heavy, so they had the bariatric chair. She refused to use it, so they sold it, and I got it for $75.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
I think I paid like $125 for mine shipped somewhere in there. It was like $125, $130.
Yeah. Well, this model at the time I bought it, this model was actually $359 to buy one new.
Yeah, they're not cheap, especially the wide load ones. My God, they stick you in the ass for those.
Oh yeah.
They add 6 inches and stick you extra 150.
Mm-hmm.
It's like clothes. They always want to add between $2 and $5, even on a T-shirt.
Oh, I know.
3 inches or something. It's like,
yeah.
really?
When I was bigger, to go to the clothing store just to buy one single shirt,
Yeah,
was $65 for me.
Yeah.
One shirt. Pair of pants, you're talking $100.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Now at least I can buy shorts and T-shirts and stuff at the
It's off
store
the
now,
rack.
just for almost normal prices. More like in
Yeah.
the $20 range. So
Yeah.
I can get T-shirts 5 for $20. And,
I know when I got big enough that it was questionable whether or not Walmart garb was going to fit.
yeah,
That way it was going because I couldn't. I'm mostly buying thrift stores even.
yeah.
If I
I couldn't shop at Walmart until just like 4 years ago. Now
Yeah.
I can go into any Walmart and find stuff that'll fit me.
Well, I
It's
mean, just
still
financially
kinda
for
iffy.
me. I
For
usually
me,
buy thrift.
I usually buy thrift store clothing, but also it's a textile thing. The fabric has to feel right.
Yeah. You're tactile like I am. I feel before I look. If it's the right texture, then I look.
Yeah, like I cannot stand denim jeans anymore. Cannot stand to wear them. Now I've got a little denim jacket I wear for the winter, but no.
I can wear stretch denim on a good day, but I've never really been able to wear, the traditional denim. I had a couple pair, but they usually hung in my closet because they're too binding. And now, I can't handle that restriction. Plus, I've got a umbilical hernia, so stuff is even looser now than it was before.
Oh yeah.
At least what I've got. I haven't been able to thrift shop here for the past year and a half, 2 years, so because I've been staying cooped up. I went to a plus size store one time, Susie. Um, mom took me. Mom took me to one that we had here when I was younger, a couple times. But yeah, we could hardly ever afford anything in it. And I went to one here. Would have been '06. I wasn't buying for me. I went with a friend that was looking for some simple sheath dress that I could alter into her wedding dress, country style wedding dress. Because those strapped up corseted garbs that they come up with for weddings. She had bought one or put a down payment on one or I don't know, something. And I was like, woman, you don't even like that kind of stuff. What are you doing that for? She said, well, I don't know what else to do. And I said, cancel it. We're going to Topeka. We went to Topeka and went to, I think it was a Catherine's, and found her off-white, just basically sack dress. It didn't have shape or form. And I altered it and put in the shape, put in a faux umpire waist, added Clooney lace and pearls, and made her a countrified wedding dress.
Cool.
She wasn't sure I could do it, but we'd known each other long enough. She trusted, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. Yes, Susie, I can sew.
Oh yes, she can.
I can sew.
Yeah. My mom would take a piece of fabric and make me a shirt just without even pulling out a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I've made my own curtains, but not to the degree that Willow has.
Yeah, I made drapes this last summer. I made drapes, not curtains, but drapes.
Now one of my aunts on my mom's side, back in 1952, the first TV station opened here in Austin, Thanksgiving in 1952, and her and my mom and my other aunt made the backdrop curtains for their TV studio.
Yeah.
That's a big set of drapes.
Yeah.
I'm talking huge.
No, my living room ones was big enough. Thank you. I have long windows, but
Yeah, like
I didn't go to
living room times 20.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, stage drapes are, I mean, they're bigger than like king size bed size stuff.
Yeah, and super heavy so that they don't flap.
Curtains are just fabric with, a loop over on the top and a loop over on the bottom to make the hem, whereas drapes are lined and can either have the gathered tucks that you put the funky hooks on, or I did the large grommets, and then added a stick so that even if I'm in a wheelchair, I can open my damn curtain. So they're handicap modified.
Hi, Papa Smurf.
Hey, Irene.
Hi, Willow.
Get ready to get scared, y'all. I still got bedhead.
I just ran out to Michael's. I got a thing in my email this morning. For a 1 day only. It's called the Hot Buy paper,
Uh-huh.
and it was buy one get two free.
Oh,
And
you
they're
can't beat
books. They're the books
Can't
that
beat
are
that.
12 by 12 sheets.
Oh God, yeah, you can't beat that. Those things are $20, $25 regular price.
Well,
I use those to make pattern envelopes
yep.
for my sewing patterns, and I always caught the buy one get one at Hobby Lobby to be able to swing it, and I would save to do that
Oh.
once a year so that I would have paper for my patterns.
Michael's has it. It's today only, I think, and I found 2 books of the glitter paper, 12 by 12 sheets. I got them free.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah, those are usually like 30, 35. They stick you in
Yes,
the
they
butt.
are.
it. You got to steal.
Yeah.
That's why I said, "Mom, I'm on my way home." I told my husband, like, I thought you didn't feel good. I said, I don't, but I need to get this today or I won't get it.
That's right.
Exactly.
So
Sometimes you just have to buck it up and run.
that's what I did. Said, screw it. I want this paper.
Yeah, so much for that nap, huh?
I didn't take a nap. No.
Vicky, I've done that more times than I can count. That or just bought yard goods and made, like kitchen, cafe curtains, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
I haven't sewn since I made over 1,000 masks. That was it. And I ended up with severe tendonitis in my wrists.
Yeah.
So I
I
can't.
made a batch of masks early on because we needed them to go out and about, and Sis needed them for work.
Oh yeah, I made it to every family member I had.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
made
then,
extras and offered them to the neighbors and that kind of thing.
Well, I have a corner store over here where I live, a little gas station store, just a little. And he was buying them off me and then selling them in the store. So I was selling a lot of masks.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point I couldn't move my wrists anymore. It hurt so bad. Finally went to the doctor and he's like, you got severe tendonitis, girl.
Yeah. Try doing that
No.
with ripped tendons in both your thumbs.
Oh God, no. It hurts just to write my name. I don't want any more.
Well, both of the main strap tendon across here on both of my shoulders has snapped. And then several of the smaller ones, I'm constantly able to relocate my own shoulders because they're constantly popping. Pain rips from that. Ooh, don't even want to
Wow, Willow, that sounds painful.
Well, then both of my thumbs, the tendons have been shredded. They're still intact, but they have permanent hole. They look like weave or waffle weave or something.
We're all a hot mess.
They get grumpy. It don't stop me. It slows me down, but it
nothing stops me.
So. Sorry, guys, bedhead.
I said to my husband when I was leaving, he goes, where you going? I told him where I was going. He goes, you need more paper? And then he goes, how much is this going to cost me? I said, oh, it hasn't been costing you, but today it's gonna. You can pay for it.
Investment purchase, because you'll have that paper and you'll be using it for,
Oh, you should see the cards I've made so far. It's crazy. Beautiful cards.
I bet that Cricut machine been busy.
Oh, that poor sucker's taking a break today because I didn't feel good. I need to give it a break.
I'm not sure which one it is, but it's the one that can do fabric. That's the one I want.
I have that one. It does
Oh.
fabric. It can do fabric. It can engrave on like little dog tags, and it can cut small, thin pieces of wood. That's the machine I got. It does it all.
Yeah.
Material, paper.
Yeah,
That's the one.
that's what I would like. One that does material paper. I don't really need the vinyl or any of the other, just material paper.
Well, it does all that too. I mean, it's just
Right.
It's just with it. But
Yeah, I love to applicate, so that's why. And I hate having to sit here and cut out all each little bits because it just stresses
you would
my hands.
love this machine.
Yeah. Hello, Isabel. Not quite sure what you were typing there, but
Hey, Isabel.
I think that's supposed to be hi Lavita and hi Willow.
yeah, I think that was autocorrect. That
How you feeling, Ma?
What's that, dear?
How you feeling?
A little tired.
Yeah. Can't imagine why.
That mom instinct, you hear the baby cry, you wake up. And even though it's not my
yeah, it's the next
responsibility, I
generation.
still wake up.
Yep.
Programmed that way from the day yours first pops out, the very first one.
Yep.
What made you decide to do the panel today?
Oh,
You missed us all up here with you.
I do. I do miss it.
It's just not the same talking to a type font.
It was me last night on Facebook threatening to crash your party today.
There you go, Papa. There you go.
Yeah, he's just recently started coming on panel here, like in the last week or so.
This is my 7th panel since Thursday night.
Wow.
And I may be on Hemlock's auction.
Nice.
Just as a panel member, not as a seller.
Have you let Lisa know?
Not yet.
She hasn't been doing many lives because I haven't been available really to do much modding here.
Yeah.
Levels.
Well, I've offered to go on and help her, but I've gotten the StreamYard thing down pretty good. But she mentioned that that I could come on to sell. I told her I was just not ready for that, and then after I told her that, I haven't heard back from her. So.
Well, tell her you're doing panel modding, and the Willow thinks you're doing awesome, and
okay.
That will hopefully prompt her to.
Yes, that's why I kind of pushed Mr. Jim into it last night because just being in the chat and trying to help, you still try to type in messages and he still doesn't see them. So I really need to be there to tell you in voice. So
yeah, sometimes it's easier having other eyes because when the chat gets going, you can't see it all.
No,
right.
You miss people and you feel bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel bad.
When I started modding, I found out real fast being on panel was a huge help, and just doing it from the chat. I will assist briefly.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if I mod for you, I will be on panel in the back end because it's too stressful for me to just try to do it in the chat, and they're not seeing it.
Yeah, you can't keep up with it as easy just in the chat.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Yeah, it's hard enough to herd cats even when you're doing vocal. But yeah, from the chat, impossible. If they're not keeping up with the chat, you want to whack them. It's like, pay attention, And,
yeah, but when it's moving so fast and you're in a thought and you're in a conversation, you don't stop to think about that. So having those extra eyes makes a huge difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And when they're having to go grab this or, unbag this or unbag that and get it laid out on their table and stuff like that, they're looking at that. They're not looking at the chat. And they miss stuff. So if you've got somebody in the background that can read the chat to you while you're working,
makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And you can get twice as much done.
It frees them up to step away for a moment if they need to, and you can finish calling whatever's on the table or things like that. It makes it a lot less stressful for the seller and the buyers because they're trying to put a bid in and nobody's seeing it or they're trying to ask a question, and they're not going to bid until they have the answer. And they
Right.
end up missing the item because they don't get their question answered. It's frustrating. I've been on both
It is.
sides because I'm a buyer as well as a caller. And yeah, having somebody in the background, they don't have to be on screen. I don't want to be on screen. I go black. So if they throw me to the side, I'm still black. They're not seeing, I
Right.
don't want, my purpose is in the background as just a voice, But yeah, it just makes it go so much easier if you have somebody doing that. And with Lisa, she does blue box unboxings. So she's having to untangle birds' nests of jewelry to get them so that she can show them and things like that. And trying to keep up with the chat while you're doing that, plus bagging and marking the items that have sold, the who and how much and what have yous and all of that. It's really frustrating for her. And I started her little kitty Teddy started having seizures, and she's had some pretty massive medical bills. Plus, she's got 2 or 3 other kitties, but one of the other ones has had to have frequent vet visits as well. We're basically going along with Teddy um, every 2 weeks when she takes him in to get blood work, checking. They had to put him on seizure medication, and those test levels have to be checked every couple of weeks initially, trying to get the right numbers. At $200 a pop for that blood test. But
Man.
she was so frazzled worrying about him and checking on him and stuff like that it was impossible for her to keep up. So I was going in the background and calling items and entertaining the crowd while she went and checked on him, make sure he wasn't getting thrown into a seizure or different things like that. Grabbing boxes of this or that, it just freed her up to let her do that, and then I could keep track of the sales and make sure she got things wrote down and stuff. So, when she went to invoice, she didn't find errors and things in what she was doing, and it I think it helped her get through. But she hasn't been doing panels as much. She got spoiled, had me on there. She hasn't been doing live sales as much.
Between Willow and Jay keeping the chat running, they were keeping
Yeah.
the rest of us
typing
monkeys
in the chat.
in line
Between
in the
us three.
chat there.
Us monkeys. Listen to you, Ma.
Well, we
Okay,
worked well
clowns
together.
maybe? I don't know.
Ma
Chat.
had me frazzled this afternoon going to look for her live, and I kept looking and looking. I'm like, where the hell is she? So I messaged her, where are you? Are you okay? Freaked me right out. You're always at 12:30.
Yeah,
12:35, I'm looking, and I'm like, she's never late.
Mhm.
So you had me frazzled.
I changed the time, and if the thumbnail even had a thing on it.
I never even saw it, to be honest. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, she had the time scratched out.
Whoa.
Well,
Had
they
the
got that
time
new baby in the
scratched out.
house, and that's probably affecting sleep and just getting
Yeah.
around cleared to be able to go live and so forth.
Yep.
I took morning shift for a few hours this morning, and then I had to get myself actually put together and get something to eat and get some collective going in my brain, and by the time I was round and ready, I'm like, okay, 1:30 should put me in a good state. So that'll be about 2:30, 2:30 Eastern. I'll be okay. So
She just had to adjust her time to accommodate grandmaism.
pretty much.
Oh,
But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's the whole I'm readjusting,
Yeah, you haven't had a little one in the house for a good while, so.
No,
it's strange when it happens.
it is.
And I think it would be harder with age to muster up.
Oh, yeah.
And with health issues and stuff like that, still having to do all the morning ruminations of, food and meds and just getting your joints going and your brain going, and I deal with that. And yeah, I got a small taste of the new baby thing with Esme because I was having to bottle feed her,
Well,
and
you were having to bottle feed and everything else,
yeah, there wasn't the diapers, but she was young enough when she came in that she still had to be stimulated,
Yeah.
and all of that. That didn't last a week before her body kicked in and she started doing her own business. But still, when that's all starting out, there's messes, there's mishaps, it happens.
Yeah.
But we got through it. She's eating with the rest of them and full run of the house, and
She's as big as Sable, though. My
Hey,
goodness.
sis.
4.5 months old. Hey, Linda.
Is that Linda? Oh my goodness, it is Linda.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Linda the ghost. Linda.
Yes. Sis has reappeared from the dead.
Yay, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Did you get
Now
moved
she's
back?
a ghost.
She has moved back.
She's moved back, and
I haven't seen her in a good while. I didn't know if she made it or not.
Yeah.
I knew they were working on it.
Yeah, she's in Sweden and putting together furniture to furnish her house, and
I've been seeing pictures on Facebook. She's putting stuff together in the house, and
yeah.
Kitty Cats is watching her out the window, trying to figure out what she's doing out in the garden, and
I'm glad to hear you moved and settled. I don't think I got you on Facebook. I mean, I'm just starting to remember to go look at stuff.
You can browse through my friends list and find her and hit her up.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, Miss Levita, take care, honey.
Bye, Levita.
Take care of yourself.
Much love and hugs, dear.
Good night or afternoon, Levita.
Yeah, well,
I love the smell of chili or a pot
the
roast
grass
cooking in
patch,
the
it's still a
pot.
garden.
Oh, we are friends on Facebook, Linda? Well, then, I just ain't looked then, have I? I suck at Facebook. I can tell you that right now. Me and Facebook, Lord have mercy. I mean, it wasn't just a couple of weeks ago that Tina showed me how to check my own damn timeline. And then she has to keep reminding me to do it because I forget. It's like, I put something on your timeline. I'm like, okay, give me 10 minutes to remember how to get over there.
Because I told her if you go and you actually click on your
my little picture.
Yeah, she's on your list, Willow.
See, you find that shit better than I can on my own damn page. That's sad. I tried, but I mean, the minute I kind of get something figured out, they change it.
Oh, a pot of chili sounds so good. But man, my tummy would scream.
I love the smell of a pot of chili or a crock pot with a pot roast or stew going on in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That or, turkey in the oven.
Oh.
I'm not that big on turkey.
We roast a turkey for Thanksgiving every year, and then we eat on it for a few days, and we always debone it. We take it off carcass and put it in a bowl, and we eat on it till we get tired of it, and then it goes in the freezer, and it gets used for turkey pot pies and turkey noodles and what have you throughout the year. We eat a lot of turkey. We always have turkey lunch meat in the fridge all year round. It's kind of our go-to meat.
Yeah.
For Sis and I both. So one of the few foodie things that we actually agree on.
Miss Linda, I know that this is late night for you, but the thing is, I don't do late nights on YouTube anymore either. Last night was a late night for me.
Yeah, her hours she's not Well, she's never been one that goes too particularly late, but when Tim was healing, she was up later.
Yeah.
And she'd get bored and hit me up, and we'd hang out on, what is that, YouTube video chat? Or not YouTube, Facebook.
Facebook.
Finally figured out how to do that. And I finally quit hitting the wrong buttons often. I'd boot myself or whatever's, you know.
Well, I'm going to jump down and jump in the chat.
Okay,
No
Irene.
problem, Irene.
All right, I'll see you guys in the chat.
Bye, Irene. Take care.
Bye.
See you in the chat.
Oh, it's not that late then.
And now we are 3.
I've missed Tina's panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped the link. I'm like, I can do something I ain't done in a while. But I'm not pinning it.
Nah. You can always vet.
Yeah. I've been thinking about just doing a few short videos of my rock collection and putting them on YouTube, maybe.
Yep.
Well, plan on if you do that, people are going to try to buy stuff.
Yeah.
So they're
I
going
have to put a disclaimer in the description.
Ooh,
I don't.
Some cornbread. Oh, and some peanut
It'll
butter.
slow people, but people will still think, oh, well, he'll sell it to me, or you know, if I offer him enough, he'll take it. You know.
Well, now, I would consider selling some stuff, but like say with my mobility issues, getting stuff to a post office, it's just right now I can't do that. So I'm trying to work out a plan with one of my neighbors. He's got a pretty nice guy down a couple of doors from me that I think I could get him to take packages to the post office for me. So
you could always schedule pickups too, dear.
I've talked till I'm red in the face with them. They will not pick up my apartment.
Because you're in a building that your doors are in the hallways.
Now it's weird. They will not come up here and pick up, but yet when I receive a package that's too large for the cluster boxes down by the street, the postman will bring it up here to my door. So they'll deliver to my door, but they will not come and make a pickup.
Well, that's not.
Well, that's weird.
I will, Linda. I will. I've got a bunch of new ones since the last time I saw you. It'll freak you out.
That's crazy that they won't pick up at your door, but they'll bring you an extra large package.
Yeah. They supposedly, from what they told me, they do not do that for any apartment building. So you have to be in a regular home residence.
That's sad.
I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not like they got to carry stuff down 3 flights of stairs. I've got 2 elevators right outside my front door. So
that's crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's a security issue or some shit. I don't know. You know, like
It's more like lazy postman issue.
Yeah, it's lazy. I mean, my dad was a letter carrier for many years. He retired in '86 from that, and I worked in the mailroom for Austin Community College. So, you know, I'm highly familiar with the postal system overall, and they're just being lazy is all they're doing.
Oh, and Tina, sis didn't make it before they closed on Saturday because they closed at like noon. She's going to drop on her way to work on Monday.
Oh, okay. Not a problem, dear.
Yeah, they're already in the trunk, ready and waiting.
All I know is they're huge.
Oh, they're not that
and they
big.
call it a postal service, right, Linda?
No, they're not that big. They're 14 and a half long, 9 1/4 wide, 6 1/2 high.
Yeah, well, they're not going in my little bitty mailbox.
No, they'll have to bring them to your door. If I did little bitty boxes, yeah, you'd need 20 of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because we got them
yeah, you got the bay of them like
banks
we
just
do.
like you do.
It's funny because we only got 2 postal drop boxes for this whole half of the park. And then they've
It's
got 2 on the
gone,
other.
Irene. Oh, hold on, Jay.
That's
Yeah,
my brain. That's my brain on drugs skull.
tilt it down a little bit. There you go.
There we go.
Go, Linda.
See how the whole brain, half the brain is eaten out.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Irene, really.
Okay, make me small again.
Will do.
It takes her a second.
That was it for now. And my other white agate skull that I got that has the sling blade cut in it, I found a little miniature sword that I've stuck in there for display.
Oh, cool. Hello, Demeter. Welcome.
Hey, Miss Kim. How are you today, dear?
Linda's asking you how big that is, Jay.
It's
Little palm size.
I
Or,
want to say about 3.5 to 4 inches tall. No, it's not palm size. It's pretty good.
it's a chunky
It's,
one.
it's the biggest one I've got. The next one right below that in size is the alien skull that has tiger eyeballs.
Mm. She says she's got 2 rose quartz skulls that watch over her treasure chest. I've got a couple little skulls. I don't collect skulls quite as much as y'all do, but I still think they're cool.
Yeah,
I'll take a good orb over a skull any day, though.
yeah.
Glad to know you're doing well, Miss Kim.
I've been focusing more on cool fossils this
Yeah,
lately.
yeah. Yeah, for my birthday, Myra, Buying Space, gifted me some echinoid fossils.
Cool.
Some really nice ones.
Yes, you did.
A whole little lame or no organza bag of them.
Yeah.
That's all right. Miss Linda with her skulls and crosses. And Betty Boop.
Yeah, skulls, crosses, Betty Boo.
Boop, boop, ba-doop.
Now I got gargoyles watching over my magical cabinet.
Yeah, I have a little coffin box that has a gargoyle sitting on top of it. And I'm going to get Mr. Jim to cut me a large Uperlite coffin piece and put in it.
I am not big on Christmas.
I'm not big on Christmas, like traditional green and red decorations.
I'm blue and silver.
Yeah, blue, silver, kind of a turquoisey and a lavender. The winter colors.
Mm-hmm.
My Christmas tree last year was a little 10-inch tall silver foil tree with a pewter dragon for the topper.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, cool. Catch you later, Isabel. Stay
And
well.
my Halloween decoration is a cracked gray baby skull with dark eyes with reddish orange lights that shine from inside.
Oh, cool. Bye, Isabel. Take care, dear.
Yeah, my Halloween decorations stay up year round. So
Yep. I have a few odd snow folk that stay out year round. But as far as other pieces, I don't. There's
Yeah, I
things
don't keep Christmas up. We've only been doing a tabletop tree about every other year. I've got a full-size tree that I bought specifically for this house, but my lumber pile here in the living room is where the tree would go. And there's still a lumber pile because, my back blew and I wasn't able to use it all up. So, yeah, we haven't been able to put the tree up. And we've been here 7 years now.
Well, this last year was the first time I put up any kind of tree at all in over 3 years. So.
I haven't put up a tree in honestly forever. I have a cardstock cutout of a tree, and it gets taped to the wall every year.
Be right back, y'all.
And the gifts get stacked on a table underneath of it.
Yeah.
That's the tree.
Yeah.
It's actually right here in the wardrobe beside me. So yeah.
My little tree's sitting on a bottom shelf over in my kitchen area, but I'm considering not even putting it up this year. Just have no desire to celebrate anymore other than the actual reason for Christmas. And I can do that without a tree.
Back. No, y'all ain't gonna sit here and beg at my breakfast. Shoot.
I remember seeing photos of trees hung from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried that one year. It wasn't fun. Back many, many years ago. What we ended up doing was I got a little, about a 3-foot tall table.
Mm-hmm.
And then we set the tree on top of that, so everything would be elevated off the floor away from the dogs and the babies and all that stuff. So,
well, this year there probably isn't going to be a tree because we have a kitten in the house.
Yep.
And if I put a tree up, she'll tear it down.
Yeah, Esme will be climbing that thing in a heartbeat.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. And Linda, I'm not hanging a tree from my ceiling. For one thing, I am vertically challenged. I don't do ladder.
I get nervous just getting a couple of, getting a foot or so off of the floor. So, yeah, no. Yeah. I have height issues.
Yeah, that's me, height and balance issues. Even, oh God, 5 years ago, I was still doing remodeling work for friends, helping them out. And every time my doctor would hear about it, she would just rake me up one side and down the other for even getting on a ladder. Says, don't do that.
Oh, hey, Mr. Bones.
Hello, Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones.
I've never gotten more than a couple steps up onto a ladder. I've never been able to do ladders.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Mr.
Yeah, the
Bones.
most I do is 2 steps just to if it's anything above that, I always get somebody to help me. But man, when I was a little kid, I was climbing up on the roof on the ladder, helping my dad put new roofs on the house. So
no, I have a terrible fear of heights.
Same here. If Dad needed my help on the roof, I'd come out the window.
Well, I could get up there and help him as long as I didn't get near the edge. But then
Yeah.
getting back down, I had to get down on my hands and knees and crawl backwards to the ladder and slowly go over the edge on it. It's just,
Nope, pop screen out or it ain't happening for me. I'll pop out a window.
yeah.
We was always having to do work on the back of there was like a lower back roof on our old house. That damn thing, it was flat originally. So it was always popping a leak, We were always having to go up there and patch or do something. And he just figured out, pop the screen out so I come out the window, or it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
But I would stay away from the edge. When we moved, I got permission from the people who bought the place, and I went and picked it. And I was getting guttering off. And I had to do the edge then.
Yeah.
And Lord have mercy, I was glad that was over. All we had to do is just go to the edge and pop the shingle up and do the screws, to loosen the bracket. Yeah. And I was beyond glad when that was done. You just go to your page, honey, and then you copy paste it out of the URL line where you type in your little address. You just right click and copy paste. Yeah, I'm not even going to try doing a tree. And I make a lot of my ornaments. I have a few glass balls, but I can display those, on hooks on a shelf. Most of my ornaments for my tree are soft material because I've made my own doing felt embroidery and that kind of thing. Artsy fartsy crafty stuff.
Here you go, Vicky. You now have a new subscriber. And
Let me see here.
I got it.
Sorry I do it, but I got greasy fingers. I'm sitting here eating a grilled bacon cheese sandwich.
I got it. There you go, Vicky. And I subscribe to you.
Well, you're blue now, Mr. Bones. Tina done made you Smurfy.
Yep. Go ahead, Mr. Bones. I tried looking for yours, but couldn't find it. Too many channels by that name.
Mm-hmm.
Go with his icon.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It's easy to find. You cannot miss that icon. That's how I found it. He drops the last little bit of his thing, and I searched his icon. Can't miss that icon.
I can't even make out the icons today. My eyes aren't cooperating. They're just dots next to names. I can kind of make out colors a bit, but yeah, I ain't making out images or anything in them today. My eye, just that right eye. Ugh. My body gets fatigued and that eye just really goes south.
Awesome. Folks are getting some new family members, neighbors, or however you want to call them. Because we're all a little crazy around here. We all need new, extra flavors of crazy in our
Just a little? Damn, I'm in the wrong place.
I'm also a part of the Mr. Bones family.
Cool.
I've
And Mr. Bones has his new sub. Yippee.
Well, I am number 150 for Miss Vicky.
Good. Mr. Bones is knowledgeable in the horror genre. I love my horror films.
Yeah.
And I'm number 355 for Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones, I have met you a few times over at Miss Irene's, and we are sub to one another as far as family members. So you come into my chat, you're gonna be turned Smurfy blue.
Smurfy happens.
Yes, it does. So and I do try very hard to pop into everyone's house and watch their videos and visit, but I am a family member at a lot of people's channels, and it is hard to visit everybody's. There are not enough hours in the day, so
I know that feeling.
I get to as many people as I can. So I don't get there at all of them all the time, but I get to as many as I can when I can. So that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
I do go and visit Irene quite often, and I go see, Mr. Jim when he has his auctions on his own channel. I don't really go see him when he's on other folks' channels because, it's usually too hectic for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like the calmer atmosphere and just doing Money's channel.
So, that's just me. And I go and I see Big Matt now and again on his channel. Hey, Bobby,
Well,
how you doing?
Hello, Bobby Pizzelli.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Sisters from other misters. I'll take that. Not a problem, Miss Irene.
That's one advantage with
That's
me.
me, Miss
You don't have to
Vicky.
try to
I
get to a
don't
channel
fret
because I
for
don't do nothing
numbers.
wrong.
Numbers, I'm not a big person on numbers. If I fretted about numbers, my channel would probably already have what's needed so that I could get monetized. And I'd do, more than one live a week, and I'd have actual, pre-recorded videos and all kinds of other crap, but I don't.
Let's say hi to
Is that
people
sis?
and we have Diamond, and please let Diamond take care of any trolls or problems going on. And we have Timo.
No, that ain't sis.
No.
I think Jay's checking out. Tania just
checking
started
something
her
out?
auction.
Yeah. She's already asking me to put links in for somebody, so Wes took care of it. So
You're going into mod mode.
she never sent me the link yet. She said she was going to let me pop in, but
She
help 'em
usually
out.
doesn't until she knows you're in the chat, and then she'll shoot it to you.
Yeah. Well, I was there. Everybody's saying hi to me because I was in there saying something earlier before she even started.
Imagine that.
Yeah, if you put a plug in the chat before they even start, then when they start piling in, you're one of the first ones they're helloing.
No, Tim, you don't do much on your channel. It's just there because you pop in on mine here. So, Ma and Pa. That's what Johnny always wants to call us, Ma and Pa. And I
Yeah, it's pretty cute when he does that. Oh,
And it's-
I need him.
Anyway,
Well, that's fine. If you need to pop off here, Jay, and
Yeah.
go do something else, that's fine, darling. You ain't gonna hang out here all day.
it's been fun. Thank you for letting me in and chat. I really enjoy doing this instead of just listening and then typing in chat to talk back. So it's a lot more fun this way.
Well,
I
it's more real. You're having a conversation instead of
Right. So anyway, you guys have fun. Have a great day. Everybody in chat. Sis, I'll see you later. And come see us at the Hemlock's channel if you want. Having an all glass auction today.
You take care, Jay. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
here, Jay.
And then there was two.
He's nice to visit with.
It is. I enjoy it.
I don't know. It's nice to put a name and a voice to a face.
Right? But yeah, no, I thought today would be a fun thing to have some folks on panel.
Yep. I don't know. It's just not the same if you're just sitting up there looking at type chat, type font chatting that way.
Mhm.
I've had times where I was on panel modding, and they have to leave or they drop out, and so I'm just up there by myself talking, trying to fill dead airspace. And yeah, it's not the same. It just, not the same interaction. And when it's on somebody else's channel and you're just kind of holding down the fort, it's kind of awkward.
Really miss him. I mean, even I've had my fair share of trolls, believe it or not. We've had to stomp and block.
Vicky, trolls are people that they come into the chat and start hammering it with porn website links or fake bids or just nasty talk. Or on panel, if some people don't pay attention to who they're letting in and have them turn the camera on so they can make sure they know who they are before they bring them up on panel, and just chunk them in there anyways, and then they turn the camera on and you're seeing body bits that you don't care to see. Yeah, those trolls. Those are trolls.
That too, Mr. Bones. Then again, I can be an asshole, but I don't know, Miss Linda. Don't know about any good news, but Tim's had surgery twice. Wants to remove the masses in his brain by the pituitary gland. The second one was to go in a week later because he had ruptures where the surgery was done. But all of that's healed up and that's doing good. Still trying to figure out what's actually going on with him, but we have an idea. He's got some doctor's appointments coming up. Past that, he's just still home shaking and quaking. Good news. Got a grandbaby. Yeah, I don't take too kind to racist hatred, slander, or anything like that either myself. Uh, Miss Kim, uh, don't take kindly to anything that people have to do with uh, dealing with any kind of hate. Where, oh my gosh, she's got Esme. Hold on, y'all.
This is my new news, Linda. She was 3.5 weeks old when she came. She's 4.5 months old now.
But yeah, I don't like anybody talking any kind of smack about, the gays or lesbians or, anything of that nature
No,
either.
you're not going to
So
get feisty. No. No.
I will see if I can get the grandbaby back in
Gentle.
here, Irene.
Gentle. Nothing like getting the shit beat out of you in the morning.
Yeah.
Excuse the bedhead, but hey, keeping it real. Anyways, that's my new news. Ouch. Let go. Love you too. Be good.
Oh,
Be good.
Tim says the grandbaby's passed out at the moment.
Stop it.
When he wakes up.
Oh, good lord. She went into full-on attack mode. It's like you disturbed my sleep.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out something right quick.
You're welcome, Mr. Bones.
Uh,
Now that I'm done getting on one, I can finish taking my pills. Little snot. She's a full-on alpha kitty, so breaking the biting has been interesting. She's not feral. She's just feisty. Trick or treat bags. I remember back in the day when I used to make those up. Been a good while though. I mean, we didn't have trick or treaters probably for 5 years or so before we moved here, and we've been here 7 years, so been a good 10, 15 years since we had trick or treaters actually come to the door. They don't hardly do that here anymore. Everything, they take the kids to the mall and church events and stuff like that. They don't do door to door around here hardly at all anymore. And yeah, Rona moving in, that pretty much took care of any of the last laggers of that. Oh, there's the munchkin. All curled up, sound asleep. What is it?
there he is.
RJ?
Yep.
Yeah, she'll grow out of it, Linda. She's just at that age. Once she gets spayed, they usually tame down a good bit.
They are exceptionally cute when they're sleeping.
Yeah. He's a sweet little fella, though. It takes him a good bit to work up a good cry, or at least it did. I don't know if he
Oh
might be
no,
able
he
to.
works a whole lot better now.
Oh, he finally got it figured out, huh?
Oh yeah, them
I got lungs and I know how to use them.
real well. Yes.
I got lungs and I know how to use them.
Real well. Yes. That was fresh after his bath Friday night.
Ooh. Still got a good bit of his hair yet. I was born with a full thatch of hair, and within, I don't know, a week or two, I had it all rubbed off, and I was a little bald baby from, moving around, what have you.
No, he's still full on got his hair. It ain't gone nowheres.
I was just one of those babies that, I was born with it, but it didn't stick around.
There you go. Give Miss Irene her baby fix, even if it's not live. It's still a baby fix.
Oh, he'll be awake again before long. And we'll all know it. We'll hear all about it.
Oh yes, we will.
Like, I'm wet, I'm hungry, and I want the world to know it. Well, hello, Jordan. Your daughter has popped into your chat. Well, he's growing then, because he was 6-something when he was born, 6 pounds.
6 pounds and 15 ounces when he was born.
So he was just an ounce shy of 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 6 pounds, 4 ounces or something like that when I was born. I was a little shit. That didn't last long.
But, yeah, there you go. There's it. There's your baby fix.
Yeah, I'll take the smell of newborn over puppy breath any day.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, I do not do puppy breath. I know a lot of people love it. I ain't one of them. Ugh,
I am
God,
not one of them either. Of course.
God turns my gut faster than anything. They can puke, they can shit, and I'm good with it. Puppy breath, man, I'll join the gang. And
Exactly. I do. I much more prefer the smell of baby than I do puppy breath.
yeah, I've never gotten the puppy breath thing.
Mm-mm.
He is handsome. And he was one of those babies that he was born handsome. He wasn't wrinkled up like a dried apple when he was born.
And like I said, there are definitely pretty babies and there are some pretty ugly babies.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, he wasn't wrinkled up like a dried apple like some of them are when they're born. Callie's up here talking to me. I was hollering for Esme to get her up here to show Linda, and her and Sable all showed up, climbing all over me and everything. And I didn't see hiding her hair, Esme. And then she came, said, I'm not real sure where she's at. Well, then she was right around the corner, right behind the sofa here on me.
Yeah.
So I dangled my arm off the armrest and said her name one more time. And yeah, here she comes. She'll come latch onto my arm, and then I can bring her up. Pull her up, and I was able to show y'all. But
No. Thank y'all. Yes. Grandma's thinks he's,
the bee's knees. Knew that was coming. I didn't know bees had knees.
Of course.
One of those phrases I've never wrapped my head around. I'm like, bees knees? Bees don't got knees. All they got stingers. I finally kind of sort of got comfortable with cool beans. But yeah, then that song about beans and farts pops right in my head every time I use the phrase. So I don't make babies either, Linda. Yep, I got fur babies. No hubby, no grandkids.
Well, I figure it like this. I've got real kids, grandkids, fur kids, scaly kids. I'm good.
Yep. I wish I had scaly kids, but I always ended up
If you were closer,
coexisting, co-dwelling with a wuss that don't want anything to do with reptiles. So otherwise, yeah, I had me some boas and chameleon. I like chameleons; they're cool.
I do too. Love chameleons. I always wanted a chameleon. I wanted the Jackson chameleon, the one with the horns.
Uh huh.
Just because of the horns. I thought they were the coolest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I do have the Tim kid. I've had him the longest. He's had me the longest.
The closest I've been to having a snake was the wild ones in the yard that I would collect before Dad mowed, and put them in the rock garden so they wouldn't get hurt by the mower because they were always out sunning in the grass. He didn't want to hit them because he didn't want to be that close to them, so
Right.
he'd wait in the house. He wouldn't come out until I came and told him that they were in the rock garden because Mr. Big Burly Dad was a total snake wuss. I mean, a baby garter snake. You know, they're what, 4 inches long?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, he'd go get mom. He wasn't coming near it. He was
I
terrified.
know,
of snakes.
Irene.
Yeah, I know. Irene's a snake wuss too. But I had about
my
a
friend Cheryl. So funny. My friend Cheryl, she's married to my cousin Tony. They've been married a few years now. She posted on Facebook the other day. It was a beautiful snake. Unfortunately, it's dead now. Harmless snake. By all looks of it, it was a black rat snake.
yeah.
From what I
These are
could tell,
just small constrictors that don't get more than about 3 foot long, and yeah, they're totally harmless, and they keep the rodents down in your property.
Yeah, looked like it was probably a black rat snake, and I'm like, it's harmless. Would have kept the mice, rats, etc., because they live down by the river.
Yeah, they're gonna have. You can get moccasins, all kinds of stuff living by water.
I mean, they're not by the river, but they're
They're close enough that
they're in town.
Yeah.
But they're by the river.
I live in a town between 2 rivers.
It was going to help. I'm like, there's no reason to have killed that snake.
No.
That was beneficial.
They have the right to be here just as much, if not more, than we do.
Now, I used to have a major phobia of, I still have a phobia of spiders, don't get me wrong. But I don't kill them any longer. I know they're beneficial. You know,
Yeah, they're necessary to the ecosystem.
yes, they are a necessary evil. Now I remove them from where they're at and put them somewhere else. So
Yeah, I went into a carpet store one day. The fella brought I think it was a ball python. I don't know. It was about 8.5, 9 foot long. Boy, that thing liked me. He was like, "Oh, be careful," because they had just taken it to the vet. They had to get it an injection because its breakfast bit it.
hmm
The rat that it was eating, it bit it, so it had to get a shot to prevent infection. And he said it's real moody, and I'm like, I'm good, because it kept trying to leave his shoulders and come over on me. He was afraid I'd freak out, and I'm like, no, I'm good with it.
hmm
And yeah, it just crawled right up on me,
hmm
and was just sitting there talking and flicking its little tongue, and it wasn't happy that breakfast bit it, but he's proud of himself because he got it in the end. In case y'all are wondering, I'm an animal communicator. That's why I say talking. And Tina, joking about Cheryl. My real name is Cheryl as well. So Tina has two Cheryl friends in her life. And so when she talks about her other friend Cheryl, she always gets a chuckle out of saying Cheryl because,
Well, that and there's there's actually I know more than one. There's you, and then there's Cheryl Sanders, and then there's the other Cheryl in Irene's chat, and then there's another Cheryl that's also a family member, and so yeah, there's Cheryls all over around
yeah,
me.
you got a lot of Cheryls in your life.
Yes, lots.
And good luck with that, Kim. I don't know about anybody else in their areas, but in my area, the shelves are getting damn bare.
I did not make it out to the Dollar Tree yesterday. My joints were aching terrible bad, and it ended up storming yesterday evening and all night last night, and rain again this morning and today. And it's just been funky. So apparently my body was telling me why. So
Yeah, it happens. Best laid plans of mice and men.
best
Okay,
of luck to
Jessica.
you, Miss Kim.
Yeah, crossing fingers, toes, and nose hairs so you can find what you're looking for.
Don't miss anything, and make sure you get all the soap off.
I mean, some of it's prepper hoarding, and some of it is simply because a lot of the product that should be on our store shelves is currently on huge barges, over 200 of them, out off the coast of California, and they're not getting unloaded.
Yeah, they're still on the steamer ships.
Yeah. Steamer ships, barges, whatever the hell you call them, but to me it's just a big barge, but whatever. I'm sure there's some fancy name for them. But all I know is it ain't on our store shelves. I mean, think about it. We're going into holidays. We're just about ready to wrap up Halloween decor. We can guarantee you that there is a whole lot of those decor items in those things, and there's probably Christmas because Christmas has already started coming into the stores here.
That Christmas stuff is actually supposed to have been in the stores by September.
Usually, yeah. But anyways, I'm just saying there's probably a lot of that stuff on those. When they finally get them offloaded, it could be after the first of the year before that happens. What are these stores going to do with this stuff? It's still going to show up. It's past season. They don't have like storage to hold it over, so they're going to end up having to ship it back to a warehouse or whatever. The big box stores, they buy in bulk. Either they're going to have to give the stuff away just to get it out of there. If it survives, you got to remember all this stuff is sitting on those things out on salt water.
Mm-hmm.
Think about electronics. The stuff is going to be damaged. There's no guarantee it's going to work.
You better hope
Just
the shrink
sitting
wrap
out
was
in
good.
the saltwater. Saltwater damages stuff. Just the mist and the, just what's in the air. And that stuff is sitting out there long term for months like that.
And Irene has a point too. There's a shortage on truck drivers right now too.
Yeah.
I've heard that as well.
Well,
not
dock
sure
workers,
on that one.
the crane workers would be higher paid than, a standard grunt dock worker. But yeah, they're low on those. They're low on truckers. Especially in California, they put out all these emission law things and stuff. And so they're having problems getting trucks that can come into the state to put the stuff on to get it out of there, even if they, if they do get it off of them. It's got to be a political play because, I don't want to go into politics, but it's just so many avenues are blocking getting that stuff off and onto the store shelves. So many roadblocks that to me it's got to be a political play.
I so have not read or looked even remotely at any news headlines in probably the last month. Any news I get is what you or Tim informed me of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know.
Well, I don't necessarily want to know, but the state of things right now, and trust me, folks, I do not do politics. I don't. I don't choose a party. I don't get the whole House, Congress, blah 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 bullshit. I have no clue, on purpose. But right now, with the state of things, I'm having to kind of keep my finger on the pulse of what I can here because, there's still threats of a shutdown. I suspect when they let kids out pre-Thanksgiving that we might shut down. I still think there's a chance of that. I don't think the numbers they're putting out in regards to Rona cases are accurate. I think there's political play there as well. I think there's political play in regards to all the data coming out about these quote unquote vaccines. There's just a whole lot going on right now worldwide, but particularly, in the country you live in, that has me questioning and has me keeping my finger on the pulse of some things, and don't even go there. Be right back.
Well, hello, Clarice. Do you still hear the sheep? Do you hear that lamb? Are you a follower?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Foodie conversation. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now that I can't not kind of keep a pulse on it to kind of get a feel of where things are going to go. What steps to take to prepare. Now, mind you, I am not a prepper, but keeping an extra this, extra that in the house, we have been doing since shutdown.
Okay, Bobby.
to ensure if there was any shifts in the tide of things, aka another one, that we were good to go. And I've been maintaining that consistently the whole time. So if we do, we're good. Because I had a feeling that this was going to end up being a political circus. So that's all I got to say on that. How's the weather in your area?
Oh, what an excellent day for an exorcism.
Oh, yeah. I know a few people could use one of them.
Oh,
Don't know if it'd do any good,
Mr.
though.
Bones.
They're just mean. Take care, Bobby. What you fixing? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I always want to know what's good for food.
Yeah, really, if you're going to say you're going to cook, then what are you cooking? We love our food conversation. Yeah, I know, Mr. Bones. I'm weird. Weird and just a wee bit batshit crazy, but, hey, it's in a good way. Ooh. Irene's hubby's making pasta. Homemade pasta or just like cooking pre-cooked pasta?
Pre-cooked.
Okay. I didn't know if he was like OCD or, chef or wannabe chef or whatever. I'm good for dry humor, Mr. Bones. It just kind of happens. I inherited it from my father. There's just certain things that you can't not say when they pop into your brain.
Welcome back, Jessica.
Oh, Irene gets the weekends off for cooking.
Yes, she does.
Oh, Irene's a chef. Okay. And you're letting him cook pre-cooked or pre-made pasta? Interesting. Guess you can't look gift horse in the mouth, though, if you ain't got to cook on the weekends. I mean, I don't do homemade pasta myself. I do pre-pack, preferably the protein enriched, because, diabetic. But
That's right.
Self-made chefs are often better than any trained chef, because trained chefs get pigeonholed and programmed to do everything a certain way, and a homemade chef or self-made chef is more apt to be adventurous and try things that and sometimes come up with some damn good shit that who'd have thunk, and no trained chef would go there because it'd be like, oh, well, I was taught you don't do this and this. Who gives a fuck? Try it. Worst thing you can do is end up chunking it in the bin. Now, if it comes out and the dog won't even eat it, then yeah, total fail. But
been a couple
the dog
of things
curls
that
the
I've
nose
done.
and runs the other way. Not a good thing. But
been a few times I've made a few things that were like, no, and it went in the bin.
We all do that. I mean, especially early on in life.
You're having an old friend for dinner. Is that right, Mr. Bones? Which part of him?
Oh, cool, Vicky. I've got a pasta press thing, but it's for polyclay. So, yeah, I've never used one for pasta. But I squish clay good with it. Yeah, me too, Irene. I used to make candies and cookies and fudge and brownies and all kinds of stuff. And I would, throughout the year, I would find tins at the thrift store and clean them up, tuck them away. And then when Christmas came, I would take those tins out and do all my bacon and load them up and, you know, put a pretty little bow on them with a label and go deliver them to friends and family. And they'd get a goodie care package. And I even made diabetic friendly goodie care packages for those that needed it. And I used to manage a cake and candy supply store. So the boss would basically, she just said, you know, whatever you need, just, you know, go wholesale on it. And so I would get all my supplies and equipment wholesale. And I still have a fair bit of that, but yeah, I do.
And fava beans? And the only pasta I make are egg noodles, homemade egg noodles.
I've never even done that. I'm perfectly happy with, you know, the store-bought egg noodles.
And yes, I was dying. And also, seems how you were going to be having him over for, you know, having him for dinner, and you know, you were asked, you know, if he was marinated. Was he frozen? And how long did you have to let him thaw? And what temperature are you cooking him at? Are you roasting, grilling, braising? What's he doing?
I got a bit of a disconnect here. Who's eating?
Mr. Bones said he was having a friend for dinner.
Oh, instead of having a friend over for dinner, he's having a friend for dinner.
Uh-huh. Welcome back, Wendy.
Are you going to video the spit thing? You got to know where you're going to put that.
Oh, goodness.
Did that disconnect or what?
Oh, slow cooking, says Linda.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
You know, hang them over a fire on a spit. You know, you got to keep them turning and keep the fire low. You don't want them to.
oh, goodness.
That, or you could always do like a pig roast and, you know, big hole in the
Dig a
sand.
hole in the ground.
Yeah, dig a hole and get your coals and pack him, wrap him in yummy leaves and cover him up and come back at him however many hours later and it'll fall right off the bone.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, it's Halloween. Gotta get a little morbid. My question is does he know you're having him for dinner, or does he think he's coming over to eat dinner with you? You know, does he know? Or she?
Good question.
Or it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Gee, suddenly gone quiet.
I'm waiting. I'm
Did we scare him
watching.
off? I mean, did we
Type
scare Mr.
faster,
Horror?
Mr. Bones.
Did we scare Mr. Horror off here? Darn. Who knew? I don't even watch horror. Yeah, I used to be that way, Jessica, until diabetes hit me, and yeah, that kind of screwed up my world. And diabetic chocolate, you eat very little because the maltitols that they use to make diabetic chocolate, we'll give you the Hershey squirts from hell.
Oh. Yeah, that was the second one.
Yeah, walked away for a minute, but he could hear us, which means that he's probably laughing his ass off the whole time he's toddling along, because there's two fat ladies up on a panel, you know, putting a spit up a dude's ass and putting him on an open fire. And
Now, Ray Liotta, Hannibal Lecter took and made him where he was on some kind of loopy drugs, took and cut his skull cap off and was cutting out sections of his brain, frying it up for him and feeding it to him.
yeah, brain steaks. Love you too, Wendy.
That was good.
Yeah, considering I don't watch horror, you know, this, you know, I didn't know there was actually a movie ever made of that. This is what coming out of my brain. You know, Halloweenish thoughts kind of stuff. But yeah, had no idea there was actually a movie made like that. No. I mean, doesn't surprise me because, yeah, they've done everything else to a human body in a horror movie, but what little I have seen. But I've heard of Hannibal Lecter, but I've never, like, watched a movie thing.
It's Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter, and Red Dragon. 3. And then I believe the original was like Manhunter or some shit like that.
I don't know. I'd heard the term, but yeah, I didn't know. It could have been a true crime dude that had an actual name. It could have been a character in a horror movie. I had no idea. Not something I ever looked up, you know.
I'm not sure, Mr. Bones, but you know, send them on over. Oh yes, I love Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, there's only like 2 movies that I will rewatch, and that is Jaws 1 and 2 only, and Salem's Lot.
Ooh, I love Salem's Lot. I have it on VHS.
I've seen a couple of other horror movies. One of them was named Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie,
Gal
the
played
original.
Loretta Lynn.
Yep.
Sissy Spacek, is that
Yep.
is that her name?
That's it.
And seems like there was another one that I watched at least part of, but I can't remember what it was called. It's like some kind of white mask and a chainsaw. If that gives you any idea, maybe. I don't know.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I don't know. It was like a white mask, kind of reminiscent of hockey, like a hockey mask kind of thing, and a chainsaw.
That would be Jason.
No, okay.
Friday the 13th.
Okay. It's been so long ago that, and on that one, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't need this. I tend to
Welcome, Hobbs.
anything horror-ish or paranormal. I tend to prefer it in books than in movies. My imagination is quite capable of creating my own scene, and usually what the movie is sucks compared to what my mind comes up with. So, yeah, they tend to be lackluster in movies. And yeah, I just prefer to visualize. I'm very good at creative visualization, so I tend to read the books. I have read, I don't know, probably half dozen or better horror books. Been a good while, but yeah, I prefer books over movies. There's not very many movies that I like more than the books or equal to the books. Of course, I'm a bookworm, so it'd be natural that I would lean more towards the books.
Just, I can watch, listen, doesn't matter. I can drive my husband nuts. I can put it on, even on YouTube. I can put it on creepypasta, stuff like that, and go to sleep listening to that at night. No problem. I can put it on something on TV, paranormal stories, my house is haunted or whatever,
Yeah.
things of that nature, and go to sleep listening to that. I can go to sleep listening to stuff of that nature. Not a problem.
Night, Linda. Rest well, dear.
Good night, Miss Linda.
Good to see you again. Don't be such a ghost.
But yeah, I do. I love it. I have been a slasher horror movie person since my very young childhood.
Yeah,
I've seen some of them. Yes.
I like paranormal.
Oh, I love Pennywise.
But again, I prefer to read it in books because usually what they do for movies or even TV shows sucks in comparison to the books.
I like Bloomhouse.
I don't even know what Killjoy is, Hobbs. I'm not a horror person. I mean, I know a little about it, but not probably a teaspoon worth compared to Tina. She's a horror buff, so.
Yes.
Although, as Mr. Bones found out a few minutes ago, I'm pretty good at visualizing without even knowing that a movie was made about something similar to that. So, who knew? Yeah, I was putting a dude on a spit and over an open fire, and yeah, I had no idea that they actually did that in a movie at some point. Yeah, clowns I don't do. Don't do clowns. Too many pedophiles use clown outfits as a means to collect their victims, and yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space was hilarious.
I guess I've watched too many of the crime suspense type TV shows. And yeah, the dude in the clown outfit always ended up being a killer. So yeah, I'm not big on clowns. Not when I grab grandma's shotgun, it won't float.
Gotta hit it in the deadlights.
And if I float, I have built-in flotation devices. Thank you very much.
It is. Killer Clowns is awesome. Night, Wendy.
Night, Wendy. Get you some rest, girl. Love you.
Cuddle the kitty.
Yeah, cuddle all the kitties.
Oh, and to throw it way back for what I consider horror comedy, B movie, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I haven't seen that one. I think I seen The Blob once. It was kind of boring. It was like a big black booger rolling around in the streets, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, and I was just like, really?
Well, I've seen the original Blob with what was it, Steve McQueen? And then I've seen the remake of the Blob.
They redid that one too?
Yep.
Didn't even know that. The one that I seen was like the original OG, really old, very dated, and pretty damn dry. You know, blobs can only move so fast, so any speed suspense just isn't there.
And another. I just seen it pop up.
I think she's on it, Irene.
Oh, those are so cute.
And if you're talking to me about knocking blocks off, wouldn't be the first, Mr. Bones. My ex-husband got clocked by me because he pushed me down in anger, and I came right back up, laid his ass out. He woke up about 20 minutes later. And then some jackass tried to take my purse in a Dollar General store back in the 90s, and I swung back around because I always had my hand on my purse. So when he pulled, I swung, and yeah, when he woke up, he had a couple of cops and the clerk, and I don't know how many customers around him. Cuffs were ready. I don't start a fight, but I will end one. And if anybody comes at me, I'm going to lay their ass out. Even in my crippled state, I still can lay your ass out. So.
And then, does anybody remember, besides me, a movie called The Stuff? Technically a horror movie.
But marginal or never heard of it?
But it's slightly comical. Anybody? Anybody?
A lot of the old horror, what little bit I have seen of it, there was a level of comedy because I would critique the shit out of it, and, which I tend to do with movies. So I'm very analytical. Like I said, the book is always better. With the exception of, God, what is it called? I'm having a brain fart. You know, Two Kings, not Hobbit, but the other, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, yeah, well, Hobbit too. But the books were dry as a bone. But the movies were good. Yeah, Mr. Bone loves stuff.
Thank you. I'm beginning to think I was the only person on this freaking planet that actually watched that movie.
Oh, bummer, Jessica. Try rebooting and cleaning your cache and stuff out. See if that don't settle it down.
Oh, I hope it's not storming where she's at.
It could be. I don't know where she's at. We had storms last night. This morning.
So did I.
It was ripping when I took a shower. It was ripping when I went to bed. I
Now,
went to bed at 10 o'clock this morning, in case y'all are wondering. Is it like cult horror or something? Chocolate Chip Charlie. That must be like a character.
oh my gosh.
That sounds like, you know, one of those, oh God, what is it? The dumpster kids or, I don't know, it's like cards that people collect back in the day. You know, they were kind of like,
Yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids.
yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, they were kind of a
It's
play
killer
on
yogurt.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
the stuff. It's killer yogurt, essentially, ice cream stuff. It is. It's a hilarious movie. You can actually watch it for free on YouTube if you search it out. Put it in YouTube search, the stuff. You can find it and watch it for free on YouTube.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bones. I don't try to be, it just kind of happens. Welcome to a very small part of my brain. Okay, we must be at the top of the hour because the fucking notifications are going off.
I could not get into them centipede movies. They were. It's not the fact that they were bad. They were just gross.
Thankfully, I live in colder country. We just get millipedes. Not very horror-ish. You know, they're like an inch long and pretty pathetic
Oh,
looking.
no. It's called human centipede, Willow.
Oh, ew.
I watched the first one. My sister said, "Oh, here, sister, watch this." So I sat and I watched it with her.
Well,
That first one was enough.
Where are you going to put all them legs? I mean, with the boobs and the belly rolls and the turkey waddles and...
Well, let's just put it this way. You have human 1 attached to human 2. Where do you think mouth goes?
Mm. Yeah, not the type of tonguing that I would be.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'm going.
Yeah, my mind can take off from there just fine, thank you.
Yes, my sister was mean, and she's 17 years younger than I am.
Oh. Ew, Vicky. Not the type of seamstress work that I would do. No. Why are you sitting here giving me the stink eye, Sable? My alpha cat is sitting here giving me the stink eye. She's just sitting here looking at me, giving me the stink eye. I have no idea why. And she ain't talking.
Oh, she's not, huh?
No. I think she's probably she hasn't been held and cuddled yet. So I think I'm slacking. Come here.
Sable.
Warning all, bedhead still. I doubt that it's settled at all. This is Sable. This is my alpha kitty.
That's my girl.
And yes, Mr. Bones, compared to my avatar, that is about 20 years ago. And yeah, I'm a lot sicker now than then. As you can tell. Yeah. Now I'm a 52-year-old flabby old bat, so.
There's my Sable girl.
Yeah, she's my alpha kitty, and if she don't get cuddled, then here comes the stink eye.
Oh no, I've actually been getting into this latest season of American Horror Story.
Are you happy now? We're purring, so apparently she's gonna kill me in my sleep now.
No. Mr. Bones says that's okay, you're cool.
Hey, I haven't had much sleep. I went to bed about 10 o'clock this morning. I was up again about, what, 1:30, 1:45, something like that. And, yeah, I kept waking up and tossing and turning my pain levels. And just been a rough night. Oh, did get trays rotated,
Oh,
and the electronics toad for the hunt for a Damien adapter is right there. So it's one of my projects for today. So
yeah. See, Mr. Bones, I'm like, okay. The first half of it was the vampires. When are we getting into the aliens? Where's the aliens come into play this season?
there you go.
I'm like, okay, now we got the aliens.
I'm gonna defer too. She's going into her fall shed. So.
Okay, Jessica. Have fun with hubby and the kids.
Yeah, take care, Jessica.
And if it's getting time for dinner to be cooked, I want to know what's being had before you leave.
Yeah,
You always let us
with
know.
the foodies. My munchies for the next few days are leftover Chinese. We got Chinese from the little mom and pop Chinese shop here again last night. And
I hear a baby mouse in the other room.
it's Jennifer stirring a pot.
Irene, don't run too far. I hear a baby mouse in the other room.
Oh. Anyways, the clacking on my end is Jennifer in the kitchen stirring a pot. She's making gluten-free stroganoff, which I won't be eating. You didn't tell us red sauce, white sauce on the pasta, Irene? I mean, really? Oh, that's the mouse she was talking about. Irene, don't run away. Careful. There's a baby fix of a one pissed off and probably wet little munchkin. Oh, there she is. Red sauce. Yes, thank you.
It's not happy.
Yeah, we figured out where our lungs are and how to use them.
Dad, it's not happy.
Okay, my butt's wet and there ain't nothing in my mouth.
Oh, it's all right.
That's his. Where's my milk cream? Yep. That's Mr. RJ.
Told you he found his own.
Got Sis over my shoulder. Here's her baby.
There's Mommy.
Oh, that's the lady with a nipple.
There's the lady with the nipple, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't want to be held with a lady that ain't got the working nipple. I want a working nipple.
Powdered milk. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's still a nipple, and you didn't have it, so it don't matter whether it's silicone vinyl or flesh. As long as it's in his face, he's gonna be a happy critter. But yeah, she's got to unload the bottom end before she can reload the top. It's just the nature of all creatures, especially
Exactly.
little baby creatures that have to wear diaties.
Actually, Mommy was just fixing to put him in his carrier. I think Mommy's taking him to go do something.
No. Yeah, but she's still got to unload, reload him before they can do that, or he won't be a happy camper going.
But now,
She seems like she's loving her motherhood. That's awesome.
she is.
And I bet she's also glad that he's out, because, yeah, I never
Yeah.
reached that point in my personal life, but knowing enough people that have had babies, yeah, that last trimester is a killer. You want that baby out.
Yes. Very much so. I know I did.
I almost made it to third trimester. I was, like what, 2 weeks or a week or 2 weeks from hitting third trimester when I stillborn twins at 17, and knew then that children were not in my future, and I made sure that that was the case. So my body just wasn't going to tolerate it, and it's probably a good thing I did go that route thought-wise, because of the 30 plus years that I was a caregiver to both of my parents, and just the way my life went. It would have been quite difficult to raise children as well and give them what they deserve. But I made peace with it. It was a long time ago, and I will see them again. And I'm good with that. I'm perfectly happy.
Glad you
with
made it,
babies in
Miss
this life.
Vicky. Hold on, Miss Willow. Glad you made it, Miss Vicky. Glad you made it here. Hope to see you around soon. If you're not familiar, stop by and see us tomorrow at Miss Irene's afternoon tea that she does. And then we also play bingo 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central on
Cajun Roots Reseller.
Cajun
I'll grab
Roots
his link real quick.
Resellers Live for bingo.
I will grab his link real quick and drop it in the chat. So if she wants to come join us or anybody else, they can do that. Let me find it here. I suppose
So,
you're gonna be yeah, they're going to be complicated. Okay, we'll go this route. Get it there. Pump day, there's the bingo. Got it. Copy. Chat. Unease, bingo. Not space. Paste. There you go. Bingo. Bingo, I got the bingo in there. Just nice casual bingo. You just pick 5 numbers, put them in the chat, write them down. Those are your numbers throughout the bingo show for that day. And he just runs a bingo machine on his channel. We just have fun and chat and play bingo. And he loves his moon pies. So if you love moon pies, it's a place to go. And oftentimes that's your prize if you win a bingo. Plus, there's other stuff that people donate, bits of jewelry and stickers and socks and just whatever's, he has a lot of people that donate to the prize pot. And it's just fun, and Johnny's good people.
It's okay. But that's it. I enjoy it. I like to go and visit with Irene when I can on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I like to go and play bingo, even if I don't win on Mondays. And it just gives me something to do, and it's fun to hang out.
Yeah, it's just fun. There was a good crowd there, and he keeps the chat cleaned out. There's no pervs or jerks or, if anybody starts being an asshole, he chunks them.
Yep.
So it's a good, safe place to hang out, good people, and just some fun.
It is.
Usually 5 to 6 hands of bingo in the hour that he runs it. He only runs it an hour, so it's not super long. It doesn't go on for hours and hours, and it's just a fun hour of handful of rounds of bingo and, an awesome chance to win a fun little prize,
Wow, can you believe I've been on for almost 3 hours?
Well, that happens when you have a panel that you're enjoying the company and you're enjoying the chat. Time flies.
Yeah. Hey, Emville.
Hey, Emville. It was nice to meet you too, though, Vicky. Hope to see you again. How is Emville today?
How you doing today, dear?
Oh, and Mr. Bones, you think I'm funny now when I've hardly had any sleep. Catch me on a good day. Calling an auction. They get quite humorous because, you know, tell myself I have to throw in some body humor, a little bit here
Doing
and there.
pretty good, Emville.
Glad you're doing well, dear. I'm hanging in there. Kind of on a rough patch right now, but I don't let it stop me. And I ain't gonna cry about it. I'm gonna laugh. It's just the way it is. It might slow me down, but it ain't gonna stop me.
Oh, and Mr. Bones' favorite season of Freak Show of yeah. American Horror Story was Freak Show.
I'm guessing that's like a TV series?
Yeah.
Because you're saying seasons instead of, you know, part one, part twos. So.
Was his favorite season was Freak Show of American Horror Story. It's on FX.
Oh, yeah, I get FX. I just don't watch it hardly. Not something that's really on my radar. You know, if particular something I'm looking for pops up on there, then I'll record it. But otherwise, I don't like. It's not one of the channels that I frequent.
Yeah, well, it's horror driven, so it's not your ilk.
That would explain it. That would explain it.
Exactly. Again, it's not your ilk.
Yep. Yep, I'm more Animal Planet, you know, little HDTV, which not so much that. I mean, they used to have some good crafty shows, but now everything is tiny houses and stuff like that. They just don't have the type of crafty shows that I like on TV hardly anymore. Oh, they were doing some home projects for you. Well, that was kind of them. I have 3 nephews that I know of that one I communicate with on occasion on Facebook, and the other 2 I haven't seen since they were like pre-grade school. So.
Yeah, the temperatures are starting to chill here.
Yeah, we're open window today. We were open window yesterday till the storms. You know, well, we didn't have much wind yesterday, so even open window, it was pretty stuffy in here. So, you know, we ended up closing up the freaking house, turning the air conditioner on, which was a good thing because, you know, a few hours later, storms hit. And yeah, me scrambling around trying to open or close windows right now is not really a good thing. So we've been having to often switch to AC or heater versus open window because I'm not going to be able to get them closed later where Sis comes home. You know, she gets off work at like 11 at night. So by then the temperatures are dropped and they need to be closed, and I can't really do that right now. So, or if I do, I'm going to pay for it big time.
Well, I have nephews and nieces, but
I got to pass 11, 12, something like that.
They're all my one nephew and one niece that are actually old enough. They don't live anywhere near me, and then my nieces and nephew that are close, they're still way young. The niece is like 12, one of them, and then the others are like 5, and then the nephew is like a year maybe.
Well, all my nieces and nephews are like in their 30s, 40s, you know, kids,
Yeah, but remember,
their
my
own families.
sister is 17 years younger than I am.
Yeah, I know. You've got a stopgap there where you'd have littles and you'd have groans.
Mhm.
Yeah, all mine are. A lot of them don't even live around here anymore. And 3 of them are in Florida. One of them I don't talk to, which neither does the siblings, hardly. And out of those 3, I've met one, the middle girl. I've never met the others. The boy, I communicate with him on Facebook and stuff, but I've never met him in person. And the others, yeah, the majority of them. Well, let's see. The 2 girls of my one brother's, I seen once or twice in the past 10 years. They don't live in town anymore now, though, which they didn't then, but they were within driving distance. Now they're not. And yeah, from the 2 oldest sisters, yeah, I haven't seen any of them in like, God, probably 25 years. They're grown now and they weren't then, put it to you that way.
Yeah.
You know, the oldest was like teens then, and I haven't seen any of them since. So, and they're probably all married, divorced, remarried, popped off a few kids. I have no idea. I have no idea how many kids they have or anything. They just don't stay in touch. The type that if you ain't got money to pass out, they ain't interested. Which, you know, that's the kind of attitude they have. They aren't going to even help me anyways. And, you know, they just be a pain in the ass.
My second cousins, which were, you know, they called me Aunt Tina. They're one I still stay fairly in contact with. She's still here in town, and I speak with her on Facebook a bit here and there. But other than that, I don't have any contact with anybody else.
Other than the one boy and the one girl from my oldest brother in Florida, I don't even have any of the others, any other family on Facebook even at all. So, no siblings, no nieces, nephews, no aunts, no uncles. My grandparents at all but one had passed before I was born. The one, so I've been told, held me when I was a newborn and then died like a week or 2 later. So I never, you know, quote unquote, knew them because, you know, I was a newborn. All I did was scream, shit, puke, and eat. So I just didn't know any of my grands, but I had all kinds of elderly neighbors that I helped growing up, and they were my adopted grands. A couple of them I even cared for in their elderly years, and one I inherited some stuff from when she passed. You know, and she was just a neighbor. She was actually the daughter of an elderly neighbor, but they were both elderly at that point because, you know, the next door neighbor was ancient, and, you know, the daughter was, you know, good up there, 70s-ish, somewhere in there. I don't know. They both passed away like 6 months from each other, and I was 16 when they did. So, you know, teen angst with death twice over was interesting, but I got through it. But yeah, I adopted a lot of elderly people in the neighborhood. I'd go help them work their gardens, their flower beds, help them I'd mow their yard for them, or move furniture around if they needed stuff shuffled and they couldn't move it or whatever. Just whatever they needed,
Yeah.
They could call and I'd come help. And then when I got old enough, at 16 with a car, then I could go to the store for them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I never had a problem, and I always made time for them. So I was a nerd, so it wasn't like I had to go hang out with my 10,000 friends. I wasn't one of those.
Well,
I wouldn't
sweetheart,
do that.
it's me, you, and maybe Tim and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4. And,
Time to wrap it.
we're like 4 minutes into almost,
Yeah,
being
we're at the
3
3-hour
hours.
mark.
So, for
You need to get up, move around.
those that are possibly hanging out still in the loft, thank you. Glad y'all stopped by. It's been a wonderful day. Enjoyed the company. Thanks for coming on panel with Willow. It was
It's been awesome just to be able to hang out and not have to be calling an auction when I was doing it.
and much love. Many hugs to everybody. Oh, thank you, Mr. Bones. It's been great.
Not quite sure what the cradle dam is supposed to be. Inform me. Oh, okay.
We will talk again soon. I will see y'all next Sunday, Halloween.
Yeah.
It was fun. See you then.